Welcome back. As you can see, I've been harvesting some more of the garlic mustard that I shared with you on a previous video. And since that video, I have learned some more properties regarding the uses of the garlic mustard. Now, you know they're good for, as an antibiotic. You know it's good as a anti-inflammant, good for your heart, good for your blood pressure. You know, we went over all that. But I have since learned that most of the garlic mustard is edible. I haven't really learned anything about the root yet, so you may be hearing more about that. However, the leaves you can eat raw. Obviously, you want to wash it if you get it from an area where you're not real sure if any animals have utilized the greenery. But you want to just give it a quick swish in some nice cold water, clean them up a little bit. But if you know that they haven't been exposed to anything unsavory, you can just pick it straight out of your garden, pick it straight out of wherever you find it. Pop the leaves in your mouth and you can just eat them. You can make a salad with them. You can put the leaves on hamburgers. Who knew? But I also learned that, see if I can find some here. Okay, here we go. At the top, once they go to flower, I don't know if you can see that or not, but once they go to flower, they have these little teeny tiny clusters of flower. You can pick those off, and again, you can either throw them fresh, like they are, in a salad. You can dry them. If you like the smell of food cooking, I suppose you can make a potpourri with them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry the flowers, and then you can use them just like you would granulated garlic. Put them in soups, toss them in your salads, any place that you would use a dried granulated garlic, not the powder, but like the garlic bits. And so I'm going to dry these flowers and use them for that. But then you get to these little green, I call them fronds. I don't know what the technical name is, but they kind of surround the, see if I can find one here. They surround the flower itself. So I don't know if they're more of a, maybe they protect the cluster of flowers. Not real sure what the purpose is of them. But I'm going to take them off of the stem, just like this. So I have it only. They kind of look like the needles of an evergreen, like a evergreen tree, Christmas tree, if you will. Yeah, they're kind of a little thicker, but yet skinny. How you can be thick and skinny at the same time, I don't know, but that's kind of how I define them. A little thick and a little skinny. But I'm going to use them, I'm going to dry them just like they are, just like this, as the little needles of the mustard garlic. I'm going to dry them and use them much like you would dried rosemary. Pasta sauce, salads, soups, any place that you would use dried rosemary. So I'm pretty much scavenging pretty much everything I can off of this garlic mustard. Now I learned something else though about the stem. Now these stems aren't really usable for much as far as eating fresh, because they're just way too big. You want to get your garlic mustard when they're you know, just small, like maybe about like this. And when they are newer and fresher in the spring, you can actually boil the stems, remove all the leaves, because as they peel, they're peeling off some of those woody strings that, or the fibers rather, that kind of like asparagus has that fiber on the outside that you just cannot chew through. So you want to peel your asparagus. So you want to get all the fibers off. And then you boil them until they're nice and tender to your desired doneness. And once they are to your desired doneness, yes, that is a baby bird, and she's outside the back door trying to lay an egg. But you can use them much like you would asparagus. You could put a hollandaise sauce over it, a little bit of melted butter, salt, pepper, whatever you would do to your asparagus, you can do to the tender stems of the garlic mustard. But I didn't know that, so these stems are very woody. They just aren't fit to eat, you know, just as they are. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry them and then bring them down into little bits like the granulated garlic. And then I can add them to pasta sauce, soups, sprinkle them on salads. During the summer, we eat a lot of salads. So these aren't going to go to waste just because they're big and kind of woody. Like this one, you can tell is very, very thick. It's so big, it's almost not square anymore. And remember, that's how you identify the garlic mustard, is by its square stem. So anyway, I'm going to stop the video here because, you know, this is kind of like watching paint dry. I'm just pulling leaves and, you know, it's just really isn't very entertaining at this point. But anyway, that's some new information I learned. I thought I'd just share with you real quick. And I'm going to continue decimating my garlic mustard. And if you notice as you're doing, you know, you're peeling the leaves and stuff, and they're kind of wilted and brown and just not real appetizing, just pick them all up and discard them. And I have another pan here beside me. I'm not just throwing it on the floor. There's what I call my trash pan right here on the floor. So anyway, that's it for today. I'm going to go through all of this and get it going in the dehydrator. And I will bring you back to show you the final product. And hopefully it'll encourage you to go foraging. I was out maybe 5 minutes. It took me longer to walk down the street to where I knew I had a nice big patch of the garlic mustard and to walk back than it did to actually pick it. I just grabbed handfuls and snipped, you know, and it took like 5 minutes and I got this great big bundle. So I'm pretty excited to see how it turns out, and I will definitely share it with you. So from Country Chick Brews, I'm Bev. This is Garlic Mustard 101. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like I should be making pasta sauce at this point. Who knows? Maybe I will. Anyway, I'll see you in a little bit after everything's all dried. I'll bring it back and show you the final product.